southernmost tip of Attica. I'm on Cape Sounion. There's a famous Greek monument behind me. And I came here to find migrant birds, but I haven't found any migrant birds, but I found a lot of wildflowers that are good on green roofs. So that's the point of this video. But you know, these beautiful places we find out in nature, you know, we can replicate these beautiful places on green roofs. And it also stars, this video, the Chukar having a good chucking song. On the temple. A chukar is a partridge, a mountain partridge. Quite common around monuments in the Mediterranean. I think these ones are quite tame. Quite special for me though, because I don't see them very often. In fact, I think it's only the 5th one I've seen. It's very late March and it's what a really good flower-rich, rocky cliff top in the UK would look like in May or June. And it's kind of how we want green roofs to look. And if you actually look at this, we've got lots of poppies and hawk bites, maybe cat's foot, cat's ear, sorry. And a lot of the plants that are the same or are similar to those that I collect and throw on green roofs. And I've done a lot of these videos, whether it's sites around London or sites in Kent like Sea Salter, Cockershell Beach, Samphire Hoe. And the point is, we don't need to do these kind of basic sedum systems. If we get the substrate right and we get the right wildflowers in, we can really deliver for biodiversity. There's a Sardinian warbler singing. It's quite remarkable. I came here to look for migrant birds. I haven't seen very many migrant birds, but I've seen a lot of wildflowers. Pretty windblown, pretty sunbeaten. And most of the places that I've looked, there's hardly any grass. They're wildflower species rich, which is kind of what we want on a green roof. Species richness. So some of the plants I've seen, goat's beard, lots of goat's beard here, lots of it purple, mainly on this site. Elsewhere in Attica I've seen the yellow salsify, and I haven't seen any mignonette, but I've seen white mignonette, which we don't get in the United Kingdom. I don't think so. Lots of milk vetch, which would be like hairy tear, or purple vetch, which I put on green roofs, and asphodel. Now I suspect people put that in their gardens, Mediterranean style gardens, but I've never put it on a green roof, but I suspect it would absolutely flourish. This looks remarkably like Meadows saxifrage, which does grow on green roofs in London. There's some grape hyacinth too. And I have no idea what that is, but it's got to be some kind of poppy, I suppose. Well, it's not a poppy, it's an anemone. I've got a bit of scarlet pimpernel hanging out in the path. It should grow on green roofs, but I don't know. I've never actually seen it. Pink catchfly. I've never seen that on a green roof in the UK, but I suspect it would do really, really well. It's a campion, and there's lots of campions that grow on green roofs. It's a very pretty little plant. That's not a viper's bugloss, or if it is, it's very small. I knew that was a bugloss, but I don't know which species it is. It's very, very reminiscent of viper's bugloss, which is a keystone. It's like a flagship plant for biodiverse green roofs. If it's got viper's bugloss on, it's probably quite a good green roof. If it hasn't, it's not been seeded properly. I'm not absolutely convinced I know which bee that is, but it's probably some kind of Chukar species bee fly. But it's on the common bugloss. And I've seen quite a few carpenter bees, though none of them have stayed still, so I couldn't video them. So here's a quick picture of one from a roof I visited in Italy last year in Turin. They're fantastic beasts, coulter beasts, you know, big and violet, black. I didn't say violet black, did I? No, violet black. I've actually seen one in London, in Eltham, of all places. They do turn up occasionally, blown over the channel. Maybe one day they'll colonise. Well, that's climate change. It does have some advantages. We might get some beasts that will enrich our life. Look who's behind me. A tortoise. So, that's there's something or other to Poseidon. And at the base of it, all over the limestone, is loads of what looks like birdsfoot trefoil and salsify, or species similar to, you know, it's like a limestone pavement. And I always think of sometimes green roofs as being like limestone pavements. In fact, I'm hoping this summer we might look at limestone pavements up in Yorkshire. So, Chukar's up there singing, and there's a thing called Mediterranean heartswort. Mediterranean heartswort. Now, when I saw it, it looks very, very like candy tufts that we discovered on a roof in Cambridge. I don't think they're related, but they've got a kind of similar thing. Can you hear the chukar? Tuck, 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 tuck. This is the plant I really like, spiny starwort, and some kind of composite daisy. Love to see that on a green roof. I just love to see it here.
Are you Greek?
No, I'm English. Not sure I fancy a Greek haircut. Just about to leave, the chukar came out and serenaded me. Well, probably wasn't serenading me, it was probably serenading some female chukar down in the undergrowth, but hey, it was serenading the wildflowers of this wonderful bit of Greece. So a wonderful afternoon walking around these wonderful wildflower rich dry grasslands. You know, rocky, low nutrient. And there's probably about 60 or 70 different species of wildflower. And this is kind of sort of early summer for Greece. There's a couple of bee flies over there, so there must be some something similar to hairy-footed flower bee. But you know, I've seen lots of different bees, a couple of Namada species. Oh look, he's just flying around, just came in. Quite a few butterflies, a lot of bumblebees, a lot of mining bees. And again, they're here because of these wildflowers. And if we put the green roofs up with these kind of wildflowers, or you put the brownfield gardens in with these kind of wildflowers, we're to deliver, for pollinators, we're to deliver for biodiversity. And at the end of the day, just as the Greek mountainsides come probably June, July, things go brown. It's part of the seasonal activities in nature. So when we get really severe droughts in London, a green roof is going to go brown. That's okay, because the wildflowers will bounce back.